Hey yo. Alright, real quick little update before I get to recording some of these videos for the course. Real fast, I think. So we don't have much pairs. I like that we don't have much pairs because it just gives you stuff to focus on, right? And that's the importance of not having a million different pairs, not having every single currency pair lined up on your MT4 or even on your trading view, and honestly, most importantly on your MT4, because you don't want to have a million different pairs on there. You're just looking at your trades or your pairs that you have set up or the ones that you want to look at, right? And then there's no setup, and you're just like, let me go to a different pair, and you just start to make things happen in your mind. You start to see trades that aren't there, and that's something that happens to a lot of people if you're not focused on a couple pairs. You know what I'm saying? So really nail down a couple pairs that you like and just start focusing on them, right? But real fast before we go, before I start recording these videos, USD CAD in the market update video, I told you guys that this trade wasn't a trade that I officially sent out, so it's not going to go towards our record this week. This week, I think we're still officially negative 2R, not including the trades that we're in right now. So we're just gonna have to see how these trades play out, see what's happening. And yeah, honestly, you could I could have a -2, -3 week, and it's gonna be perfectly fine with me. So, especially with the week we had last week. If you remember last week, man, and you were able to catch trades from last week, like, just look, bro. This it was a 1 to 18, like not even fair, but here, right? I was watching this. The reason why I took this is because I was looking for just a 4 hour closure, right? We had this wick into this level, we had this closure right here, and then we had another 4 hour closure below. So I went down to the 1 hour, and when did I enter? I entered right here. Okay, so what I was looking for is when we came down, we had this big like bearish engulfing. We moved up and we started to come back down. I think that the reason I took this trade and GBP USD. Yeah, okay. So I was literally just looking at 4 hour closures. This 4 hour closure right here closed below. This 4 hour right here closed below. And I don't even think I waited for that second 4 hour to close below because this closed right here. And then I was looking for another like two 1 hour closures below this level, and these two 1 hour closures were below this level. So I just put in a sell right here. Um, there wasn't any specific confirmation that this was going down. It was specifically closures, which is why closures are really, 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 really important, right? Like this could have wicked right here, and you could have taken this sell, put your stops right above this high right here, and then you would have got stopped out, and then this would have went down, right? Which is why if you waited for two 1 hour closures right here and then got in right here and then had your stop above this level, you could have taken profit somewhere down here. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to make sure that you're waiting for closures, especially the one and no, honestly, the 4 hour closures. The 4 hour closures, you need, like, I look for those before even looking for a trade setup most of the time. So like this right here, right? When I was looking for this trade right here on USD CAD, let's go back to it, right? So this one right here, when we took this trade, it was because we had this closure right here, right? We came back up, we touched into we already came into this level, so that's already considered a touch, and I kind of thought this was a fake out because we got stopped out on this first trade, right? So this was our first touch, and then we closed above it, right? First close above it was this white candle. This literally the bullish engulfing right after we dipped down. It closed above the yellow zone, right? And then this candle closed above the zone. This candle closed above the zone. This candle closed above the zone. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 hours of price action closing above this zone. And then we tapped into it and we saw some rejection, so I took a buy. That is stupid, stupid, stupid important. The 4 hour closures, like 1 or 2 4 hour closures, can get you an amazing trade, okay? Like this trade right here, look, we could have seen this into this level, one close below the level, two closes below the level, and we could have looked to start taking sales, right? Like this, where was that at? right here, right? So bang, we come up. Wait, was that? I'm kind of confused. Hold on, I just confused the fuck out of myself. Yeah, right here. Okay, so we come up, we close below, and then we come up, touch it, and we close below again. Now on the 1 hour, what that means for me is when we have these closures below, we can start looking for price patterns or reasons to get in the trade, right? Now here, if I'm looking at closures, I'm going to be looking for W and M patterns. This right here, clear M. Now, personally, are you going to see this every single time it's forming in real time? No, you're not. So it's not guaranteed to be able to see something like this and be able to predict this continuation, but if you are able to just put little pieces like that together, okay? I'm just showing you in hindsight. I know this is hindsight, so it's not guaranteed. It's not, it's not me going over how it would happen in real time, so it may be a little hard to understand. But all you're looking for necessarily, especially at respected levels, is closures of these 4-hour candles. This one 4-hour close below and then this second 4-hour close below, I start looking for M patterns to take this down. If we were like this right here, right? Look, wick into this level, close above. Wick into this level, close above. Now we can start looking for W patterns, right? To take buys. And a W pattern is just a double bottom, right? A double bottom, or and look, you can see it right here on the 1 hour. Even if you were, look, and this is crazy because we got the, look, we wicked into here, 1 2 3 4. That's the first 4-hour closure right there. Then 1 2 3 4. That's the second 4-hour closure right here. Does that mean you want to just get into a buy because we have two 4-hour closures? No. So look, this is what I would do right here, right? It's coming up, the second close of the 4-hour candle would be somewhere around here. Okay, does that mean I'm getting into a buy right here? No. Would it have worked out just because of the hindsight situation? Yes. But what I would have done was, as soon as this 4-hour close, the second 4-hour candle closed right here, I don't want to switch back to the 4-hour just so I'm not confusing you, but it would have, the second 4-hour candle would have closed somewhere around here, and I would not have taken a buy right away. I would have let this come up, respect this level, come back down below, and when it came up and did this, I would have, if I was looking at the chart, right? That's also a thing, because if I wasn't looking at the chart, I wouldn't have been able to catch this trade just because I wouldn't have been able to see the W. There's no type of like order limit that I could set within this area that could get me this buy, unless I was looking at some type of order block or something within this level, but that's not what we're talking about right now. Okay, so a 4-hour closure, right? The two 4-hour closures right here, and then we can start to look for W or M patterns. Now this second 4-hour closure comes up, starts to form this W. Now anywhere in here, literally anywhere in here, and typically if you wanted to be on the safer side, you'd let it come up here, bang, and you'd let another closure happen above this level. Now personally, you can see this wick of this little like shooting star doji thing did not get above the level, so I wouldn't have taken a trade right there. Let's see, this right here. Okay, so this would have been a good place to buy. Look at this 4-hour closure. Okay, we see this right here, wick into this level, close, wick into this level, close. Now we can be looking for W patterns off or close to this level in order to be taking it up. So we see this W pattern forming sort of on the smaller time frames, and now we're looking for significant closures above this zone in order to signify that we're taking it up. Mostly because we made a little high right here, so we want to break that high, but not only because this high's right here, but because this zone is here, right? If we were to put in a buy right here, let me go back to the 1 hour. Let's say these two 4-hour closures happened right here, and then we start to put in a buy right here because we think that this is forming a W. Okay, we start to put in a buy, we think that this is going to continue up, and then for some reason it hits this zone and continues back down, and we just get stopped out, right? So if you have a zone like this and you're considering it going up, okay, you want to make sure that you're looking at the closures of all your zones, especially your 4-hour candles. Okay, so right here, when this 4-hour closed above this zone after we saw this W pattern forming, you could have gotten a buy right here. Wait, what did I just do? Okay, I don't know what that was, but you could have gotten a buy right here as soon as this 4-hour candle closed, had your stop at the bottom of this level, something like that, and then what would we have been targeting, right? For targets, you could have targeted right here. This could have been take profit 1. This is a 1 to 4, 1 to 4 3. Okay, take profit 1. This next zone that we got marked up. Obviously, you could have been looking to take it to this next zone right here, but me personally, I want at least a 1 to 3. Okay, so I would have taken my first take profit would have been this zone right here. Next take profit would have been this zone right here, and I most likely, unless I had a bigger like macro perspective, and you can see this is in a nice uptrend, right? So you could have made targets higher up here, but just for the purpose of this trade right here, and hindsight, we're gonna say that this was our target. Okay, our target was 2.7 flat. So if our target was 2.7 flat, then we literally would have smacked take profit, which is again one of those the thousand levels. Okay, that rounded number that you want to make sure you're rounding your levels to, because if you're not rounding your levels, they're just gonna be random levels placed on your chart, and your candles are not gonna respect them. Okay, and the 4-hour closures, the 1-hour closures are super important with your levels, but your levels have to be rounded correctly. Okay, like you see this zone right here, see how perfectly the candles are coming in and closing above it, below it, and inside of it. If your zone is a little bit off, then those closures are not gonna give you the same representation that I'm getting, right? And that's just, I just want to show you why I took the USD CAD and GBP USD trades. That's my perspective on the 4-hour closures, right? So that was just real quick how and why I took those trades that I didn't officially send out to the chat, but I just wanted to see how that was gonna work. And right now, we're floating in profit. USD CAD went about, literally since the market update video, it went down like 123 pips in profit, which is crazy. GBP USD, this trade also went about like 94 pips in profit, literally 200 pips on trades that weren't even officially called out, but these are trades that we're officially in right now. AUD USD and GBP JPY, you can see we're kind of in profit on both of these trades right now. So AUD USD, the reason I'm taking this trade and the reason I sent it out, first things first, you can see we're in a clear downtrend. I can see that personally we broke this downtrend, right? And that could signify some up movement, but for now we're still moving down. You can look in, like right here, you can see it kind of looks like an uptrend, but we're definitely making some downward movement right now, right? So in hindsight, and not in hindsight, but like in the like backed up view, right? You really just want to make sure that you're paying attention to higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? Now, like these higher highs and higher lows are dummy important because it's just bigger moves, right? So like these higher highs, higher lows are probably going to signify a little bit more than the smaller ones, which kind of is showing us that this is going down. This right here, this big jump up making a new higher high above this, kind of shows me that this could be making its move back up, which is why I have targets right here at these order block levels, because I do think we might tap into one of these levels and then move back up. But I'm really comfortable with this sell right now, and the reason why is because we are clearly moving down. Okay, this is I mean, there's nothing telling me that this is going up right now. This is clearly moving down, And right here, if you're paying attention to numbers, okay, and this is one of the most important things too. You can honestly forget so much of the fluff when it comes to trading if you just pay attention to the numbers that price is respecting, okay? Like here, clearly price is respecting 723 723 flat, right? Like this number right here, 723, it's clearly respecting it pretty nice, right? Every single time it gets to it, it either fakes out below it, then makes a move, fake out below, make a move, fake out below, big move, almost touch, gets to it, respects it, hella exhaustion, moves off of it again, and then blows through it. So now that we're back at it, we're either gonna really respect this, come down to another zone, or we're gonna play around, get this dummy exhaustion again, and then we're gonna come back up and make a big move off of it to the upside, right? But 72.3, it's a pretty respected number right now. So if you're paying attention to numbers, okay, then you can see, or even over here, 72.3 was respected pretty nice, and every single time 72.3 was touched, we had a pretty decent move off of it. You can see, bang, we did have some, it was just figuring out what it was doing right here. It's accumulating orders around this zone. That's all that it's doing. And then it's making this big move, right? But every single time it's around 72.3, it seems to make a decent move. So now that we're back at this zone, and we were seeing some rejection right here, I saw this pull into the zone, and then this bearish engulfing, right? I was literally just looking for a closure below this level, and that's exactly what we got. I was looking at it right here when I just sent it out to the group. I'm literally, the way I'm looking at this right now, you can remember what I just said about M's and W's. This is literally how I'm looking at this. I see this M continuing, okay? I see this M continuing down further, and M's and W's are honestly so useful, so just start to use them if you're not. But yeah, that's really all I saw, man. It's not that hard. Literally a horizontal support and resistance, break and retest basically. And yeah, that's exactly why we took this. I saw this right here, this dove back down, closed below. Before we had this white zone, right? I can do this and do this, and then do this, and you can see, look at this zone. Before we had the next zone drawn on, we had a dive below this level, come up, respected it, and now we're moving back down again, right? But literally as soon as we dove below this, I said it's one more touch into here, I'm selling, okay? So I took this sell. It's already in profit. Literally AUD USD and GBP USD were some beautiful trades. Okay, hold on, let me see if I can get my zone back. There we go. I found it. But yeah, so that was AUD USD. Let me try not to make this too long. And then GBP JPY. Okay, GJ. The reason why we took this, same exact concept. It's literally numbers for me right now. You can see every single time we came up to here, this 150 level, every single time we came up to here, we dipped below it, respected it, and then had to move down to this level. Literally right here, came down below it, closed below it, respected it, then came down to this level. Every single time we close below this level, we respect it and then come down to this level. So that's all I did. I literally saw a 4-hour closure below this level, and I was watching for a touch into here, right? And we had a nice touch into here, 2 nice touches, and we literally just took this trade right here. And guess what? Guess what you can see again? Another M. If we go on the 5-minute, it's more clear, but you can see. And guess what an M pattern does? It just continues down, right? So honestly, M's and W's, bro, if you're not using them, and these closures, use them, okay? That's all, though. That's all for now. I need to get to making some of these videos for the course so that you guys can, start learning. But goddamn, I hope we can. I hope these trades run, bro. I want them to run, low key, high key, because we did have a frustrating start to the week, but this is looking nice, man. This is looking promising. Good rejections. This is definitely falling. This is Definitely gonna keep going too, man. All right, good stuff. I will talk to you guys soon. Please DM me if you have any questions, man. And have a good day, man. Today's a good one.